Good morning everyone and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. I hope you all had a fabulous weekend and I have a few things to show you today. I'm going to go straight in and show you one of the things that I received this weekend, and it's a large roll of this. Yes, I know it looks like a frisbee, but it's a roll of double-sided adhesive tape. There are 50 meters of double-sided tape on this roll, and it has a protective sleeve on it to prevent any dust from going on there. It's incredibly strong. It was less than $5, and I want to today compare it to this, which was $7, and this is the infamous Scorpal tape or Sukwang, depending on what you prefer to call it. So I'm going to do a little test. I'm going to put it off to one side and then we'll come back and do the tear test and see how this AliExpress holds up to this very good but expensive stuff. So I've got two pieces of cardstock here. I'm just going to fold them in half. Got my bone folder here. I'll just rub that along so that I've got two pieces. I'm trying to make my video as quick as possible. Don't want to bore anyone. So there we go. Now on here, now as we know, Sukwang's expensive, but it does tear. It's a paper-backed adhesive and it does work extremely well. There you go. I just tore it so you can tear it with your hands. But like I say, this stuff is a lot of money. It's great for making mini albums and three-dimensional projects that you know you want to last, especially on book hinges. So lifting up the backing tape there, the backing paper, sorry, and pop that there, and then I'm going to close it and I'm going to prime it because these glues are resin based and they do cure. So we know that this is Sukwang or Scorpal, so I'm going to put S on there and I'm going to pop that there throughout the video. And now I'm going to tear off a piece of AliExpress tape. Now, yes, it's large and it may appear a little unwieldy, but as you can see, I'm able to hold it like that, and I've got a piece, and I'm putting it down into that crease line there, which would probably be the hinge of a book page or anything 3D. There you go, a perfect tear. It too is paper backed. I'm going to put that down, and look, you get a nice dust cover on it, so no dirt's going to take away the stickiness of your tape. Let's see how easy the backing paper comes off. There is a little bit of tear there, but it does come off. Now let's close it and let's prime it. Now the point of doing this is that when I go to open it again, those resins should have bonded. So that's Ali. I'll put Ali so we don't get confused. And it should tear both sides of the paper when you try to open it. I did actually run my bone folder twice over that one, so I'm going to do it again on that one, so they've been equally treated. Now apologies for any blur on the camera. I'm going to try, there we are, and focus, and I'm going to go into my first project because of that roll of tape. Now that roll of AliExpress tape came wrapped in thick foam, polystyrene foam. There it is, and as you can see, I've cut a heart shape out of there. And for my project, using that piece of packaging, I used a heart die, which you can see I cut the heart out of, and I used a mermaid die, which is all bits and pieces, which is why it's better for me to measure it made up. And I'll just pick everything up here. There we are. And I also used my bling bling ribbon from AliExpress, nice and soft, very easy to cut. As you can see here, I cut a thin strip, so I used my bling bling ribbon and I used my little tiny 1.5 mil black bead flat back eyes. So that's what I used for my project, along with some, yes, my beautiful Dollar Tree bling. Can you see how empty the bottle is becoming? I've almost used a quarter. Right, and this is what I made. There is my pretty little mermaid sitting on my AliExpress packaging. Flip that over so that you can see it is the packaging. There is that bling bling ribbon there around the edge. I'm trying to do it so that my camera's not blurred and you can see it's very sparkly. So there is that lovely mermaid, my bling bling, 5 different types of glitter I sprinkled on here, different thicknesses. Let me see if I can get a close up. There we are, like the little tinsel glitter and the abalone and little flakes. I used glitter cardstock for her hair, and then I used silver washi for the tail, the waist piece and the ponytail bands. And into the heart it was very easy to just cut a slit with a craft knife, and I inserted a stainless steel bail. These are also available from AliExpress. These are them. I will link everything below if you like anything so that you can get it for yourself. And I used my silver twiny rope that I get each year after Christmas from Walmart, because that's when all their Christmas packaging is like 40 or 50 cents a pack, and they do some beautiful ribbons. I don't know if I can get a close-up. There it is. It's twisted like mesh and pulled really tight like rope, so that when you cut it you get that lovely frayed tassel end. So that is what I made with that die and that piece of AliExpress packaging, and I do hope that that shows up clearly for you. So that's number 1. Pop her down there, just move those there fractionally, and we're going into number 2. And if I can just pick it up. Whoops, I did not measure her. That shows you where my brain is today. Let me measure the lady. From the tip of her tail to the top of her ponytail is, going along the ruler there, 4.5 inches. That's how high she stands. As you can see, a little bit of tail over the edge there and a little bit of hair over the edge of that heart, but that doesn't bother me. So that's how big our little mermaid is. Excuse my throat. Now my second item is a little bit cute, and I got this ladybird die, ladybug, whichever you like to call it, and it's a lovely size, which is why I got it. And I can use it on felt because it's a good size, and I can make little felt pieces for little gifts and things like that. Or I can do what I did this weekend, and I made myself another paper clip. These are jumbo paper clips from AliExpress, and they are absolutely huge. They are 4 inches long, and I made a double-sided bugbear, so I can be plain if I want to be, or I can be glittery and fancy. And these ribbons are also available from AliExpress. These are their glitter ribbons. And I will measure this ladybug for you because it is a perfect size for paper clips and any other little projects. So I'm going to pick it up, pop that down there, and I will measure the full body of the ladybird. So I'm watching the timer and I can see this video is getting longer and longer. 1 3/4 inches, so it really is a lovely size. Great on tags too. So that was my second project, and then for my third project I used this new star die. I really like this because you don't have a lot of small dies floating around that you might lose. It's all on one, I call it a cookie plate. So it's on a cookie plate, and I like that they're kind of slightly pudgy and rounded, because you could also stamp a little face on there and use it as a starfish. So it's a double use kind of star die. So I used that one, and I will measure that. I'll measure the biggest star, which is just over 1.5 inches. I don't know why I keep getting sore throats. It must be all the allergies this season. And with that, I use this absolutely fabulous Princess Girl die. Well, she's Princess Fairy, really. She's got a crown, and she's got her wings, and she's got her lace pieces in her dress, and tiny little feet. Almost like an 18th century drawing. So she is, from the top of her crown to her toes, 4 3/4 inches. I'll measure her width as well, because that too is a nice size, and she's 3 1/4 inches wide. So she really is very, very pretty. And this is what I did with her. Oh, I also used my little I call them color changing flowers, because they almost look like oil in water. You know, when you spill petrol or gas in water and you get that kind of colour change. I used one of those on her dress. So here is what I made. I'll try and fit her all in there. And I used my gold foil cardstock and pattern cardstock from Tuesday morning, and laid that on top of the gold foil stars, some of the print pad there from the Maggie Holmes paper pad from Tuesday morning, and there is that little colour shift flower on her waistband and her little crown. I just think she's absolutely gorgeous. She's really delicate and nice. So that is what I made this weekend, and I'm now going to move a few things out of the way so that we can have a look at how well or how bad that tape from AliExpress did. I'll make sure I've got some space here. Move those along without losing them. And we'll do the sukwang first, and all I want to do is peel it open and see what happens. It's stuck fast, right? There you go. It ripped the paper all the way across. That is what it's supposed to do. That is a very, very good quality tape. I don't think there's anyone out there would ever have a bad thing to say about Scorpal or Sukwang. Now let's have a look at the AliExpress tape. It's pulling. Oh, I can't get it open. I can't get it open. Oh, well, there you have it. AliExpress, $4.75, 50 meters. Fabulous buy. Very, very pleased with that. Extremely happy with that. When you can get a tape that won't pull apart, it's worth every penny. $4.75 compared to almost $7 there. So I will link that one below, and I'm quite happy to keep using this. I shall order another one today, actually, in case the price goes up. So those were my projects this weekend, and I hope I didn't chat for too long. There's the beautiful little mermaid on my recycled packaging, and my pretty little princess. Have a fabulous day. All links below, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow. Bye.